So the White House is denying a report that President Trump is telling his inner circle that Elon Musk will be stepping back in the next few weeks. Musk is technically limited to a 130-day term because he is classified as a special government employee, and that would be coming up over the next couple of months. But Politico came out with a report earlier today that he may stay on as a, quote, informal advisor. That may be a distinction without too much of a difference if he wants to continue this DOGE work and the president wants him to. The White House is posting this, quote, "This scoop is garbage. Elon Musk and President Trump have publicly stated that Elon will depart from public service as a special government employee when his incredible work at DOGE is complete," says Caroline Leavitt, press secretary at the White House. Now, Tesla stock has jumped 5% today, even after that response from the White House. Brian Kilmeade is here, Fox and Friends co-host and host of One Nation on Fox News Channel and the Brian Kilmeade Show on Fox Radio. Brian, good to see you.
Great to see you.
You know, your reaction to this about Elon Musk, the president has stood by him. Here, let's just play the soundbite real quickly. This is from Monday, President Trump.
Elon Musk's special government tenure is coming to an end, 130 days, I think another month. Yeah. Do you want him to stay longer, or is it time for him to go back to running his companies in Europe?
Well, I think he's amazing, but I also think he's got a big company to run, and so at some point he's going to be going back. He wants to.
Would you want to keep him around?
But I'd keep him as long as I could keep him.
What's your read on this?
My read is a couple of things. How wrong everyone's been. And Martha, I think we must have talked about this on radio a lot, how they said, oh, these two guys used to being in charge, they're going to implode. Everything with Elon implodes. He's had problems with the PayPal guys. He had problems before with the people he bought Twitter from. And it's been just the opposite. They get along. They have mutual respect. They appreciate each other's intellect and attributes. And you had Steve Bannon come out in February and say there's no way these guys can actually coexist. He's an oligarch that needs to be expunged from the Trump world. And it turns out they excel together. They appreciate each other. And what he's doing at DOGE and what he told Brett, yeah, my time's going to be done soon. Absolutely. And I got a bunch of companies to run. By the way, you might have noticed it because you stepped out to save the astronauts and he stepped back in. Then he notices they're attacking his electric vehicle nonstop. So that became part of the story. But Martha, what's so amazing is while they're attacking his dealerships and the charging stations and the individual owners, he goes, handles that, addresses that, at the same time goes back to DOGE. At the same time, sees a problem in Wisconsin, thinks it's going to help the Republicans to win there. He goes all in there. Now, technically, there might be some people with communications and people in that division that might say, hey, Elon, we want to step back here, move forward here. But I just went back and forth with the White House before I came up. And they said it's absolutely not true. It's the same thing. In about 130 days, he'll probably see less of him. What I sense is we're going to see more of the people that Brett interviewed on Thursday and Friday. These DOGE leaders, these business leaders, apolitical, that are going to talk in detail about Social Security, about Medicare, about what it's going to need to get everything, get these computers in the year 2025.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's so interesting to watch people be shocked by the things that President Trump said the whole time he was going to do. And Musk said he was going to try to cut $2 trillion from spending. And he said that when he talked to Brett, it looks like we're on target to do that. And as you say,
$4 billion a day.
Yeah, and $4 billion a day. And basically they made it sound like, you know, it's really not that hard. It's pretty easy once you get at it. But obviously, Democrats are not happy about this. So they're trying to disparage him at every turn, really. Watch this from Hakeem Jeffries.
Elon Musk is completely and totally on the run. This guy is one of the most unpopular figures in the country because Donald Trump has unleashed him. Republicans are going to try to distance themselves now from Elon Musk. It's not going to work. It's too late. You're attached at the hip, and you're going to feel the consequences of it, just like you did in Wisconsin last night.
It's interesting, like, you know, they're so horrified by cutting waste. I mean, it's like this guy is totally out of control. Elon Musk's job approval rating is at 58% disapprove.
Right.
So there are some people who are uncomfortable about what he's doing. But, you know, Jeffries makes his point there. And what do you think?
A couple of things. Do you know what came out on Tuesday this week? We got this little note. Neuralink is a few months from putting a chip into the brain to bring vision to the blind, right? He continues to push forward on Starlink. I think he's had about four rockets go up since he saved the astronauts. At the same time, he's going out of his way to investigate who the general is who's putting out the infantry to blow up his vehicles, at the same time going back and forth to Wisconsin. They are scared of what Elon Musk is. They're upset that he was once on their side. He's not on their side now. And what he does is 100 miles an hour in everything he does, whether it's buying X or whether it's putting a rocket in the sky. And then all of a sudden he realizes if they lose the House, it's going to be terrible for the country, not for Trump. In his view, the country. So therefore, he goes all in.
Yeah.
So to me, it's a non-story. They say Lutnick is out. They told us Waltz was out. They told us that he was unhappy with Vice President Vance. All this stuff has proven not to be true.
I mean, I think, there's a ton of strong personalities in this administration, as there was last time. And last time we had the same thing. All these stories about this team battling that team. But really, the bottom line is that President Trump is 100% in charge. He takes the input. He listens to what people are saying. And then, he's going to get out there. We're going to see him at 4 o'clock and tell us what he plans to do next.
Reconfiguring world trade. Besides that, not much on his agenda.
I mean, as you point out, the accomplishments of Elon Musk have been extraordinary, and Neuralink has always fascinated me. If they can put a chip in someone and give their sight back and put rockets, on the moon and bring them back down again, I think that, a healthy skepticism is fine on anyone's part, but you got to be, you have to give him an extraordinary amount of credit that he wanted to hop out of all that and just try to cut spending like he does at his companies.
And bring some of the best people in the world along with him to work for free.
Yeah, none of these 26-year-old kids that we were told were on that team. They were pretty interesting. We're going to play some of the sound bites from that interview because it was quite interesting. Brian, thank you.
Thank you, Martha.
Good to see you.
Great to see you.
I'll see you soon.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.